Welcome to the Have Coffee Will Travel podcast, where every journey starts with a good cup of coffee.
And where curiosity takes us everywhere from neighborhood cafes to far off destinations.
We're your hosts, Shawn and Leah, talking travel, culture, and the stories you find along the way.
So grab your favorite mug. The coffee is poured. Settle in, Oh, see, I'm messing up already.
Sip slow.
Settle in, sip slow, and let's go. All right. Hello, Leah.
Hi, Shawn.
We're trying something new today.
We are. Well, you're trying something new.
I am.
Yeah.
So what I've decided to do is start a YouTube channel.
Yep.
All about life's adventures and all that kind of stuff. And I'm a little bit nervous about it.
Yep.
So I've gotten a remote control selfie stick
Mhm.
that pairs Bluetooth wise to the camera app to
Yep.
start the recording, so the camera can be far away.
Yep.
We've got these microphones,
Yep.
and I think they're working. They look like they're working.
They look like they're working.
So
Yep.
this is a trial run, but it's also an episode of the Have Coffee Will Travel podcast.
That's right. Yep.
And I'm being recorded on my camera, on my phone.
Yep.
You're just slightly out of frame because that's how you prefer it.
Yep.
And I'm going to try to ignore the camera as much as possible.
Good.
So, dear listener to the Have Coffee Will Travel audio version, if you want to see what I look like and how ridiculous I feel on camera, that's going to be on my YouTube channel.
Yep.
And our Have Coffee Will Travel podcast YouTube channel. We have one, right?
I'm not sure.
Well, it'll be on Rusted Robot Toys.
Sure.
That YouTube channel for sure.
Yep.
It might be on TikTok. We might do some clips. I don't know. I don't know how to edit video yet. So this is all very new.
Yeah, it's all very, very new.
But this is episode 47.
Yeah, and there's going to be some other things that we're toying with, some other ideas that we're toying with to enhance the channel later on once we kind of get going.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do for episode 47, that's the Star Trek number.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows me knows I love Star Trek.
Yeah.
And so what I forced you to do for this week's episode is ask me a bunch of Star Trek questions so we can do a little bit of a primer for anybody out there in the audience who doesn't know about Star Trek, wants to know more about Star Trek, or just likes to hear the sound of our voices.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And we might have some other things to talk about depending on how long this goes for.
We do have other things to talk about for sure. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the Zoom recorder is recording, so everything's good.
Okay, good.
So,
all right.
So you have some questions for me.
I do. All right. So if someone has never seen Star Trek, how would you explain what it is in one or two sentences?
Ooh, that's a good question. Somebody who hasn't seen it before, how would I explain Star Trek? Well, I would say it's a future version of humanity. It takes place in space, but really it's about our present day, just in a sci-fi setting.
Okay. All right. Do you remember the first time you watched Star Trek or the moment you became a fan?
Not specifically, but I know I've been watching it since the late 70s. I was born in 1976, and we lived with my grandparents for a time, and it was on TV. I don't know if it was Saturday mornings or what it was, but I would watch it on Fox 50 out of Detroit.
Right.
It was Channel 4 for us here in Sault Ste. Marie.
Okay.
But I don't remember the first episode.
Okay. All right. And who are your favorite Star Trek characters and why?
Oh, good question. I have two, I think.
Okay.
Let me see. Spock, first of all.
Okay.
He's the stoic, emotionless Vulcan.
Okay.
But really, he is emotional. His emotions are boiling underneath the surface.
Right.
But he has this calm, cool exterior on the outside, and that's how I feel.
Okay.
I'm roiling inside, but you don't see it on the outside.
Oh, okay.
Can you attest to that?
Sometimes.
Okay. And my second favorite character is probably Commander Riker from The Next Generation.
Okay.
And that's because he's a tall, handsome man with a beard, and everything I learned about love, I learned from Commander Riker.
Okay. All right.
Whether that's good or not, that's a different story.
That's okay. Well, I guess that's a personal thing, I guess.
That's right.
If you could serve on any Starfleet ship from the show, which one would you choose and why?
Ooh, I don't know that I would, because space is dangerous. But I would probably want the Enterprise D under Captain Picard, because it's like a hotel in space and it feels pretty safe, even though they get into danger quite a bit.
Okay. All right. what do you think Star Trek is really about underneath the starships and aliens?
Good question.
Mhm.
Like I said, it's about us. It's about us now. It's morality tales. It's a takes place in the future, but really the best stories are telling us what our present reality is like and how we can fix it.
Okay. So, are there any episodes or moments that really made you think about real world issues?
Ooh, that's a tough one on the spot here.
Mhm.
I'm sure there is. There are. There's quite a few of them. Like there's one called Let That Be Your Last Battlefield," and that's where there's two characters. They're aliens of the week on the original series back in the '60s, and one of the characters is black on the left side, and the other side is white.
Mhm.
But the other guy is the reverse.
Okay.
So it's a blatant racism morality tale,
Oh,
and
okay.
how the species destroyed themselves
Okay.
because of their hatred. So that's a famous one. Um, but there's all kinds.
Okay. All right. So, what alien species in Star Trek do you find the most interesting or relatable?
Oh, well, that goes back to Spock and the Vulcans.
Okay.
They're the most, I wouldn't say interesting because we don't know a lot about their culture,
Right.
but calm on the outside,
Mm-hmm.
roiling on the inside, full of emotions and passions and all
Okay.
kinds of things that they never let out.
Okay. So, what technology from Star Trek do you wish existed today?
Transporters,
Transporters.
yeah,
Okay. All right.
because we like to travel, you and I.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if we could just get there instantly, think of the time savings and more fun that we could have once we're actually there.
Right.
Now that also eliminates the journey,
Uh huh.
and journey is important part of life, right?
Uh huh.
But probably the transporter, just be there right away.
Okay. So, would you rather be in command, engineering, science, or security?
Science. I don't want to
Science.
be in charge of anything,
Okay. All
and
right.
I don't want to be in security because you're going to get killed.
Okay. All right. And which Star Trek show do you think deserves more love than it's currently getting?
Oh well, that there's two answers to that.
Okay.
I would say Star Trek Enterprise
Mm-hmm.
because that's kind of like the redheaded stepchild of the Berman era.
Okay.
That's from '87 to 2005, and that was the last series produced. And people didn't really give it a chance because there'd been 18 years of Star Trek, and so it was kind of ignored.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, it's Starfleet Academy.
Okay.
There's a lot of hate bashing online.
Okay.
I don't really know what the truth is. Is how are the ratings? It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Some people say they love it; it's the best thing ever. Some people say they can't stand it because
Mm-hmm.
it's too woke. So I think it needs more of a chance
Okay. All right. So, if someone listening has never watched Star Trek before, why should they give it a chance?
because it's about us. It's dressed up in sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
My mom couldn't stand it because she said, "Oh, why are you always watching those bumpy-headed aliens on the TV?"
Okay.
And she didn't give it a chance. She didn't give it a go. And I said, "Well, it's good. It's kind of about the future, but it's really about now." And it and the best sci-fi actually holds up a mirror to humanity
Mm-hmm.
and tells us who we are and what
Right.
we could do.
Okay.
So
And if you could send one message from Star Trek to humanity today, what would it be?
we're going to be all right.
Okay.
We're going to get through all this garbage,
Okay.
and we're going to come out fine on the other side. It's not going to be easy, but we're going to get there.
Okay. All right. Well, those are all the questions I had.
That's it. That's all you
Yeah,
got.
that's all I've got.
Okay, well, that's our Star Trek 47 episode portion of this.
Hmm.
So before we move on to the next thing, you know what we're going to do?
What?
We're
Play
going to
promo?
play a promo for another podcast right here on.
The ESO Network.
I don't know how this is going to show up in the video.
Yeah, I'm not
There
sure.
probably won't be a promo in the video.
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you can put an ad there.
Maybe.
There you
I
go.
don't know how that stuff works. That's for future Shawn to figure out.
Sure. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And we're back.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes. So that's the Star Trek look at stuff that you had questions about.
Yeah.
Now you've watched Voyager.
Yep.
Have you watched anything else?
Yeah. I turned on the one with Captain Picard a little bit, and I know who Data is, and I know who Geordi LaForge is, and I know who Worf is, and all that. It just was not interesting to me. I didn't find it interesting. It was not something that interested me. growing up.
Because you couldn't get past the space aspect of it,
No, I
or
just didn't like it. I
you,
just never connected with any of the characters. I didn't find the plots interesting.
hmm,
None of that.
okay,
Yeah.
well, it's not for everybody.
It's not. It's not for everyone. So, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, and you said we had other topics to talk about.
Yeah. Um well, I what's going on in Etsy? What about our lives? What's going on in our lives?
Oh,
So those are
so
things.
many things are going on in our lives,
Um
dear listener and viewer.
yeah, exactly. So other things to discuss, I'm sure.
Okay, well, I can't tell you about my Etsy store because all that information is on my phone, which is actually recording this video right now.
Oh, well.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
do we have to get another camera so that we could have a separate thing so that there's too much technology?
Yeah, I don't think so. That's some, like research ahead of time that you can do and have it written down, and because you're transitioning from just audio to YouTube, it's a little different, right? You have
Hmm.
more pre-planning that has to be done, and it is more work.
And it's scary because now I'm
Yeah.
on camera. I'm trying not to look at it, but
Yep.
I'm also trying to engage with the viewers.
Right.
So,
And you've watched a lot of videos on this.
you know what? Actually, the last 2 weeks,
Hmm.
that's all I've been doing is
Yeah.
learning how to make thumbnails for the videos,
Hmm.
what kind of cameras to use, what kind of shots, what to
Right.
talk about, how long to make the videos.
Right.
Do I do a sit and talking head kind of video like this is?
Right.
Do I
Hmm.
do a walk and talk
Yep.
outside?
Yep.
It's overwhelming. There's a
Yeah.
lot to know. There's a
Yep.
lot to think about.
Yep.
I don't know.
And I think overall you need to find the purpose. Why are you doing it? Why do you want to do it? And then just do it. I think too much information can be overwhelming.
It is.
This is just a personal opinion, by the way,
Uh huh.
but too much information can be overwhelming. And what someone considers to be the right thing to do may not necessarily be the right thing
Oh
to do.
yeah, it's overload.
So what is the purpose? Is it to get monetized? Is it to just have fun? Like, what is, those are questions you'll have to answer for
That's true.
yourself,
That's
right?
true.
What's the purpose for
Mhm.
me?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I've always had a lot to say. That's why I started podcasting in
Sure.
2014
Yeah.
because I have things to say. Whether it's interesting or not, and anybody wants to hear it, I
Sure.
don't know.
Yeah.
But getting monetized, that would be nice, but that's
Uh-huh.
not the goal.
That's not the goal. Okay. Yeah.
No.
And that's one thing that, it's not just I'm going to pick this up and start, right? There's more behind it.
Yep. So I've been doing a lot of
Yeah.
behind the scenes research,
Yeah.
talking to Chat GPT about ideas and lighting shots
Sure.
and how to figure out all this stuff. So I've got this this new tripod that you can't see because it's behind the camera. And this is the remote that starts the recording automatically.
Right.
So I can just sit
Yeah.
here and turn it on, turn it off, whatever.
Yeah.
We've got our Zoom recorder here that
Hmm.
we always use for podcasting.
Yep.
So it's this technology, two tripods and a oh boy, it's a
It's
lot.
overwhelming.
It
For
is. It
sure.
is. So
Yeah.
we'll see how this goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the last 2 weeks of
So, what have obviously time? You've invested time. What else have you invested?
money.
Hmm.
The
Was it a lot?
no
Okay.
no the microphone setup,
Hmm.
$20.
Okay.
The selfie stick itself,
Hmm.
$30
Okay.
with a $10 off coupon.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've invested about $40.
Okay.
I've already got the phone.
Hmm.
I've already got Audacity.
Hmm.
Uh,
Which you've been using before. Yeah.
that does the audio.
Uh huh.
That's for podcasting. I don't think I can use that for the YouTube because it's going to be just on the video, and then I can edit that or not even edit it.
Right.
Right? It
Hmm.
just this is it. This is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So I've got most of the stuff. YouTube is free.
Yep.
You don't have to sign up for that.
Right.
So $40, and I probably didn't even need that tripod or these microphones,
Hmm.
but I wanted to sound a little bit better because the one thing I learned from all the weeks of research, audio is your number one. You
Hmm.
can look like a ridiculous fool. Your video can be all a little bit messed up,
Yeah.
but as long as you sound good, people will be engaged.
Okay. All right. No, that's good. That's good
Mhm.
to know what you've learned. Yeah. That's really good. So what about like what's going on in our lives, updating us on everybody, because that's what we do on our podcast,
That's
right? Is
right.
that we update people on what's going on.
Yes,
Yep.
it's we've been drinking a lot of coffee.
Yeah,
It is the Have Coffee Will Travel
that's
podcast.
right.
There hasn't been much travel.
No, coffee has been very expensive too.
Coffee is expensive. Oh yeah, Well,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Coffee is not cheap. We just went out and tried to buy some.
We did. That was
Hmm.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We got some.
Not, yeah, we did. Well, of course we did, but it's not cheap.
No, it's not.
No.
No, but travel has been a little bit light.
Well, just so everybody knows, I started a business in November,
You did.
which was actually only 3 weeks in November because we were gone in November.
True.
So and that momentum has. I mean, we're just getting started.
Well,
Just
that's right.
getting started. It's 4 months, which anybody who started a business knows that's probably not very long.
It's not.
That's very much in its infancy, right? So um, right now we're not making a whole lot of plans to travel, but what we are planning is in August we'd really like to visit the longest yard sale.
Right. That is true. For anybody who doesn't know, it's called the world's longest yard sale,
Yeah,
and it takes place, I think, the first week of August,
yeah, somewhere around there.
and it's is it the I-95 or the I-75? It's somewhere. It's from Georgia to Michigan,
Yep,
and our idea
it's the
is
I-75. I'm pretty sure.
it must be.
Yeah, because that's the longest highway.
I've got the route map, but it's on my phone.
Yeah, well, we can go from. You can start across the river. So in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, we can start there and just take the I-75 the entire way, and we'll end up in Florida. So that is the highway.
Right,
Yeah.
that's true. Yes.
Hmm.
Yep. So, are we going to take a couple days early and drive down to the bottom and then work our way home? Are we going to work our way down and then back? We don't know. We have to figure out the route map. And
Well, for me anyway, this is just my opinion, but I think we could just start at where we drive to, the earliest point, and start driving because we know how long it's going to take for us, from the time we started to the starting point, and then each hour day after that, we know how far we've gotten.
right,
And then you just double that, and that's how long it's going to take for us to get back.
that's true.
So we do have to be mindful of time and that type of thing because we are, we both work, right?
That's
So
it.
we have to set aside that time. Plus we have other things going on. So there is rumors in the family rumor here that my cousin may be planning an anniversary party for her parents, which will take us down to the Midland Nelmville area.
Right.
And of course, also, bees. The bees are coming.
Oh yes, that's right. You've ordered your bees.
Yeah.
We've built the beehive.
Yes.
We're waiting for the snow to go away so that we can place it in the backyard.
Yes. So we also have to build like a little stand for
Right,
it,
that's
which I'm
true.
gonna get to doing as soon as the snow goes away, right? And also finding the best place for it.
Mm,
And I'm also a little concerned about how to get them through the winter because we have horrible winters here.
we certainly do.
So that's on my mind as well.
Hmm.
But also just overall, I mean, I've taken the course, I took the refresher course, I have the information. I took an extra year actually.
You
So when
did.
I took the course, I took an extra year to kind of get myself more knowledgeable. And then we started, like you said, I ordered the bees. So bees are coming. I'm not too sure if we're going to go down and get them ourselves or what we're going to do, because it will be the end of May that we go,
Right.
to get them. In between May and June is when they'll be ready. So I'm not sure because it would be a nice little trip, I think, for us
Oh,
to
definitely.
go, and we have family in the area and that type of thing. So it
That's
would be
right.
nice.
Hmm.
But also, you know, really, they don't require a whole lot. I can leave them. They're bees. They're not.
Exactly.
It's not a house animal or
Well,
anything.
they did just fine without humans for millions of
Oh
years.
yeah, they're good. I would probably inspect the hive before I leave, and then
Hmm.
when we come back. But we're not going to be gone for a month at a time.
That's
We're
true.
looking at what, a week,
Yeah,
maybe, the full 7 days, 8 days, whatever the
sure.
case may be. And you also have a brother's trip coming up.
Oh, that's right. Is it June? Yes.
June, yes.
The end of June, the two brothers and I, we are going down to the Toronto area
Hmm.
for a concert,
Yeah.
Godsmack.
Yes.
And I can't remember who else was going to be there,
Uh-huh.
but Godsmack's the main attraction. And I know a little bit about them. I've heard them on the Octane on the Sirius satellite radio.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, we all enjoy them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that'll be a good
it's
concert.
going to be a fast trip because it's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we're going to drive down Wednesday and come back Thursday. So I have to call in sick for 2 days.
That's a quick trip
That
as
is a very
well.
quick trip.
Mhm.
Brother Curtis is driving. I've already booked the Airbnb.
Which was another experience for you. You've never booked an Airbnb before.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find that experience?
No, it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mind doing things online. I don't like calling people.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think about the whole Airbnb versus possibly a hotel?
I've stayed in Airbnbs before.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little bit weird because you're not in a hotel, but
mm-hmm.
yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It doesn't bother me.
Okay. What do you think about the whole home atmosphere versus a hotel atmosphere?
Well, I guess you can relax a little bit more in a house
mm-hmm.
because you've got couches that are actually comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have 10,000 other people in the building with you.
Right.
The elevators aren't constantly going off.
Right.
I find when we get to a hotel, we're always by the elevator.
Yeah, and that sucks.
Or the doorway.
Yeah.
And there's constantly people up and down and yelling and
in and out,
carrying on,
especially if there's children around as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes.
We also at one time we went somewhere. I can't remember where we went. I think it was Grand Rapids. You booked us at the Downtown Sketch,
right?
And we ended up in a accessible room, which
That's
I'm not worried about. That I was a little more worried actually if somebody needed an accessible room, and we were in the accessible room. Number one, the bathroom was huge,
yes,
which was nice.
That's right.
But it seemed like overkill for us,
mm-hmm.
for just the two of us. It was a terrible room. It was very ugly.
That's right.
And we were by the doorway or the or the elevator, and it was completely noisy and ridiculous.
But it was a good price, and I got to use my points on my Marriott app. So that's what it's all about. It's all about points and saving money.
Right.
I don't care where it is.
And I do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
I know.
And also the breakfast was terrible.
Oh, yes.
Horrendous, actually.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. So lots to unpack there, especially given that it was a Marriott affiliated place. You would have thought it would have been better.
They're usually better. It's a Marriott.
Yeah.
What's not to love?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
No, Downtown Sketch for sure.
That's right.
Very sketchy area. Very sketchy. It was not. I did not enjoy myself.
No, you didn't. And you complained the entire time. And
well,
in fact, a year later, you're still complaining.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, here's the lovely thing, everyone. You're looking at my husband right now and seeing how composed he is and that type of thing. This is not what I get. See, when there are things that he doesn't like, the comments that I'm throwing out, this is what I get from him as well. Only it's a little more consistent.
What do you mean?
Then
are you throwing me under the bus?
A little bit.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm giving them the full range of your facial expressions.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Thought they would get a treat out of that.
Quite.
Yeah.
Yes. So, dear podcast listener, if you're not watching this video on the YouTube right now,
yeah,
what are you even doing with your life? Because I look ridiculous and my face is all red. And
no, you don't look ridiculous.
Do I not?
No.
I always feel like I look ridiculous.
No.
Okay.
I do feel ridiculous. I've looked at myself in pictures and video, and I do not. It's not good. It is not a nice.
So you
thing.
say.
Yeah, it's not nice. Anybody who wants proof, go look at our wedding video. It was, anyway, which took 3 minutes, by the way. Literally 3 minutes. But no. So that's the extent of our travel plans right now, because we just simply don't know what's going on. And this year we're just kind of taking it easy, taking it, in strides, because I've done a little bit of research as well, and talking to other business owners, and to be honest, it takes a good 1 to 2 years, possibly even 3 or 4, to get a business really going.
Get the momentum.
Yeah. So still very much, like I said, in my infancy, trying to find other things to do as well in the meantime, so that I don't get bored or distracted. But and I keep trying to light a fire under you sometimes, because I know that your job is very difficult. You're out walking all the time, but when we get home and there are things that have to be done at home, it's very frustrating for me, because I need to get you motivated to do those things.
But I've been walking for 5 or 6 hours.
That's the
tired.
thing. Exactly.
I've been walking all day.
I know, but stuff has to get done.
That's true. That's true.
So and I think the nicer weather will help, though. It's more difficult in the winter, because you're moving more, right? Like it's not the regular moving. It's more. It's going over hills and snowbanks
and
and
trying not to slip and die on the ice.
exactly. Yeah.
And it's about 10,000 more steps in the winter than it
Yeah.
is in the summer.
And your days are longer. Summertime, spring, summer, when everything is nice, you're home sometimes by 1.
Yeah,
Like 1 would be the latest that you're home. Whereas this year alone, I've seen you come home at 3 and sometimes 4 o'clock.
I know. Having to work a full 8-hour day.
Oh my
Don't they
god,
know who I am?
how awful!
Ugh,
But no, it's and in all fairness, it's not an easy job.
no, it's exhausting.
So yeah, and so in the wintertime, it's twice as much because you have to navigate snow and ice and that type
Well,
of thing,
that's right.
right?
You're doing everything you can not to fall.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other day, it was super icy, and I didn't fall
Yeah,
because of my cat-like reflexes,
right.
but I nearly wiped out, smashed my head about 7 times.
Yeah, and that's dangerous too, right?
Oh
That's
yeah,
dangerous. So,
very much.
um, and lots of changes coming for you at the post office, right? There's the new contract is in place. You guys have a union meeting coming up.
Yeah, and the vote on the thing is between April and May, I think it is.
Yeah, I think that's what you said. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what it said now, but I'm going to ratify it, and then we'll get some back pay,
Mm-hmm.
pay off some of the credit card bills that we've been racking up because of reasons.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there's that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, things going on, right? And so yeah, there's lots of changes that way. So we're not really making many plans. More sticking towards closer to home, and sort of doing some work on the homestead and all that.
Right, but to discount everything we just said and talking about not saving money, what did we look at yesterday?
Ah, yes, we looked at a Dodge Caravan.
A 2014 Dodge Grand Caravan.
Yep. Why? Why did we do that? We have a
We
Jeep.
That's right, we do have a Jeep.
Yeah.
But if we go on the world's longest yard sale,
Yep.
we would have to get hotels and stuff,
Yep.
and we can't sleep in the Jeep because it's a little bit short.
That and it is harder on gas.
It is very hard on gas.
Yeah.
So if we got the Grand Caravan, even though it's 10 years older than our Jeep, we could turn it into like a little bit of a camper, and there's storage for all the junk we're going to buy at the
That's
yard
right.
sales.
Yes.
So
So we are weighing that option as well
that's the
because we
idea.
do have my son who is very interested in vehicles and I'm sure that if anything mechanically needed to be done with it, he's going to help out in that regard.
Well, if he can't do it, our nephew can,
Yeah, our
or
nephew
my
can.
dad, who is a licensed mechanic as well.
Yep. So
So
we have options
there are
there.
options.
And we've been doing a little bit of research on how to, get things going. I do like the idea of a no build, sort of just putting stuff in
Throw a bunch of junk in and go.
that has, yeah, it's not that simple. You really simplified it in saying throw a bunch of junk in. No, you actually have to put effort into it.
Ugh,
I know that's very difficult for you, but
you wound me.
no. More, putting a place to sleep in.
That's right.
There would be modifications
Of
that would have to be
course,
done,
yes.
but the vehicle we looked at had the stow and go seats,
Hmm.
which is nice.
Yes.
It does require a lot of cleaning.
It was filthy because it was used by the group health center and for carrying people around.
Right. So for those who are watching who don't know what the group health center is, it is a building here. It's kind of a group. They called it, and initially it was actually for the employees of Algoma Steel, which is the steel mill here, for their physicians and all
Oh,
their healthcare needs, right?
I did not
So,
know that.
yeah, that's initially what it was intended for. Now it's sort of more public, but group health, they had two van. I think there's at least two there now.
There were two at the used car lot.
Yeah. So there's two of them there, and they are looking. I guess they were upgrading, but they transport patients with wheelchairs
Mhm.
and walkers and that type of thing,
Yeah,
give them lifts to appointments or whatever the case may be. I think they also delivered medications in it. I'm pretty sure.
probably.
But the mileage on it is insanely low.
It was 58,000 kilometers for a 12-year-old vehicle.
Yeah.
It had been in 2 accidents, but minor, and they repaired everything.
Yeah. It
Uh,
has a record of
Yep.
what was done.
There's a
Yeah.
few rust spots here and there, but it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
And I've had Dodge Caravans before.
Yeah.
I had a 92 and an 03.
Mm-hmm.
and they have the most comfortable seats.
It was very, very, very comfortable.
Mm-hmm. So it's an idea. I don't know if we're going to do it, but
Well, what I did like about it, by the way, was that the shifter is on the panel, right? It's on the
yeah,
tree
right
almost,
beside
like
the steering
right
wheel.
beside the steering wheel. It's on the panel. So actually, the floor is quite bare.
Mm-hmm.
So
Lots of room for stuff.
lots of room for stuff. So it's kind of the ideal vehicle to do that if you're going to do it. The other thing that we are looking at, it may be a benefit for us to do it, to purchase it, is because as I get busier, if I do need the vehicle more, to go to places, and I do go places like east of here, I may go north of here, which does require the Jeep. It does not require a smaller vehicle, but
Right.
that would be okay for you. Um, or even my son, to pick you up in, you can go to the grocery store or whatever the case may be, wherever it is that you need to go
Right.
in the vehicle. And
True.
it's a second
Because we
vehicle.
only have the Jeep
Yeah.
and we share it.
Uh-huh.
We traded both our vehicles in for that 2 years ago.
Yep.
So this could be a daily driver for me or
Or an
whatever.
occasional driver for you when
Exactly.
the Jeep is not available or
That's right.
whatever, right?
Yep.
So as I get busier with my business, you might need that.
Mm-hmm.
So it is something also looking towards, and I look at it as, we can purchase it, park it, fix it up, and when we're ready to certify it and all of that, then we do that,
That's
right?
right.
So
Oh yeah.
it's not something that's a huge hurry,
No,
you know.
definitely not
Yeah.
a priority.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Just
So
an eventual.
yeah. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So how's your Etsy shop been going?
My Etsy shop has been going terribly. But no. I actually did get a couple of sales this weekend, which was nice, but we used to do 5 or 6 sales each every weekend.
That is true.
We're down to like 1 or 2 every couple of weeks.
Actually, this week though, every day that I went to work
Uh-huh.
at the post office,
Yep.
I bring in 1 or 2 packages.
Yep.
This was actually an okay week,
Mhm.
whether it was your package or my package.
Yep.
'Cause we each have our own shops.
Yep. Yep.
Dear listener, I have Rusted Robot Toys,
Yeah.
and you have.
Collect and cast on.
That's right. So I've also expanded into eBay. Finally, I've been on eBay since 1999, but I haven't really done anything on it in the last 12, 15 years.
Uh-huh.
And I pulled out a vintage 1982 GI Joe black Mobat tank, GI Joe tank. That was a consumers distributing exclusive here in Canada.
Yep.
And I've had it for a dozen years, and I posted it, and it went within 12 hours.
So I while you're gone to work, I'm, kind of organizing stuff around here and all that. And I went into the garage and I pulled out some totes, brought them in, and lo and behold, you were looking for it.
I had been. I didn't know where it was.
Yeah.
It was in the garage somewhere.
You knew that.
I knew it was in a cardboard box.
Yep.
But I didn't know where the cardboard box was. It was in one of the totes.
Yeah. So you were kind of surprised when I pulled that in.
Yes.
You came home and you were like, "Oh my God, I've been looking for this."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then I had batteries for it to test it.
Yep.
Because I had never tested it.
Yeah.
Put it in. It worked. It had some damage to the tank treads. I put that in the description.
Yep. You were honest about it.
And it sold anyway.
Sold
right away.
pretty much overnight.
Yeah, exactly. It did.
Yeah. So that was really, really good. For me, I do have a few sales that I'd like to talk about. I do have right now, I sold a watch, which we found your grandparents' jewelry box.
That's true.
Yeah. And we sold what we could, for gold. And then we decided the costume stuff, we might either find somebody around that does costume jewelry, or we'd put it up for sale ourselves.
Exactly.
The concern with selling it to someone else is that they're going to also have to make money.
Yep.
So of course they're going to give us a lower price than what they would get for it. So I pulled a few pieces that were readily available, and I sold a beautiful watch. And actually, I didn't even know until I started kind of looking at this watch, but it's a Relic Wet by Fossil.
Oh.
A Charlotte two-tone woman's watch. So I sold that this week, as well as a plush. It's the character Om Nom from the Cut the Rope series, which was kind of, it was pretty much everywhere when I was, I would say, in the 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. Cut the Rope was pretty popular with gaming, online gaming, and that type of thing.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
Very good.
so there was that. There was also lately, anyways, um, Perry the Platypus. I've
Where's
sold.
Perry?
Yeah, I've actually sold him twice now, I think.
Oh,
I also have started lotting stuff up, and I know you like to lot stuff up.
I'm the king of the lot.
You like a good lot.
Oh yeah.
But I've started lotting some stuff up, and my friend RJ has given me some stuff,
Hmm.
and he finds some older toys and stuff like that, and he'll pass them along. And I sold a very vintage Barbie and Kelly nursery furniture. So
Ooh.
it was like a stroller and a crib and some older furniture and dolls and that type of thing. I also ended up picking up an 18-inch doll brownie Girl Scout uniform.
Right.
I was always looking for an American doll, like American Girl doll, to put this outfit on to try to sell it.
Right.
Well, I ended up with a My Life doll because I just couldn't find it. I found one at a decent price at the vintage shop. I cleaned her up and I curled her hair.
You did, and then you used her as a model for the clothes.
Yes, that's what I've been doing.
Hmm.
And I do have other clothes that are currently posted, and I think what I'm going to do is put them on her and also try to sell them that way.
There you go.
Yeah,
Very good.
it's nice to do that. So I did sell the brownie Girl Scout uniform. It was a complete set. It had shoes, socks, hair bows, everything.
Hmm.
And I also recently sold that. So
Very nice.
mhm.
Okay. So for the next topic of conversation,
Okay.
what did we watch on DVD last night?
So my son wanted to watch Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
That was a terrible movie. It
Yes.
was awful.
So it's Stanley Kubrick's final film.
Oh, it was his last one.
It was his last one. It came out in
Oh,
1999.
okay. I didn't know that.
And about a dozen years ago, I bought this box set. 9 groundbreaking movies, 10 discs, one visionary movie maker. So if you're watching this on the YouTube, you can see this box set. It's got, let me see here. It's got Spartacus, Lolita, Doctor Strangelove, 2001 Space Odyssey, A Clockwork Orange, Barry Lyndon, The Shining, Full Metal Jacket, and Eyes Wide Shut. And I bought that probably 2011, and I'd only seen Spartacus on that because I've already seen 2001. I've seen Full Metal Jacket.
Right.
I'd never seen Eyes Wide Shut. I heard it was full of bums and boobies. I had no idea what to
Oh,
expect.
that's something you like.
I do like bums and boobies.
There you go.
So I knew about that part of it,
Hmm.
but I was like, I don't really have any interest in watching this thing. I should, because I should know about all the classic filmmakers and all the films, because you got to be cultural and stuff, right?
Sure.
Why not?
Hmm.
So anyway, a couple days ago, your boy comes up and he says, "Do we have Eyes Wide Shut? I'd like to see it."
Hmm.
And I'm like, you know what? As a matter of fact, we do.
Okay, perfect. And I had no idea that you actually had that in your collection.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of stuff down there.
Yeah.
In the movie closet.
Yep.
Which is a sub series of the Have Coffee Will Travel podcast.
Yes. Yep.
We do
sure
occasionally do movie reviews.
Yes.
So we watched it last night.
Uh-huh.
It's 2.5 hours, just a little bit over that.
Of crap.
Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman. We hated it.
It was terrible. It was a terrible
It was
movie.
absolutely freaking awful.
Yeah.
But we've seen it now.
Mm-hmm.
We never have to see it again.
Never have to see it again.
We
Yeah.
don't recommend it.
Nope.
Unless you want to see some bums and boobs.
Sure.
But
And again, it was bordering on porno. So
yeah, it's not safe to watch with kids.
no, it is not. It is rated R. So
I would hope so.
yeah, I don't know if it is, but
I
I would suggest it should be rated R.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. So we didn't like it.
No.
Nothing to recommend it.
Nope.
There's other faster, easier, cheaper ways to see bums and boobs.
Sure.
So
Pornhub comes to mind.
there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. And we're getting ready for a sale.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a yard sale. Is that the one you're talking about?
No.
Oh, the other sale.
The one on March 22nd.
March 22nd at the Quattro Hotel here
Yeah.
in downtown Sault Ste. Marie, dear listener.
Yeah. Down. I guess it's more uptown. I wouldn't say down. We're down.
Yeah, okay.
It's more up.
It's the Great Lakes Geek Fest.
Yeah.
On Sunday, the 22nd of March.
Yeah.
And we've been gathering up supplies, and we're going to have a couple tables.
Yep.
And we're going to sell some stuff because there are things that don't really work online.
Yeah.
and we made up a bunch of mystery bags.
Yes.
We're going to sell them for $5 each,
Mhm.
and the value is anywhere from 15 to $40.
Absolutely.
So,
The other thing is too, it's a good chance to kind of go through our inventory and what we currently have and what's extra that we haven't listed yet,
mhm,
that we can probably put out for sale,
that's right.
and maybe see if we can sell it all in one shot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Make a few
yeah,
bucks,
sure, why not?
get rid of some stuff,
Hopefully,
empty some totes.
yeah.
So,
Because we have been, the goal has been to try to get rid of a lot more stuff,
yes.
because we know that eventually one day we're going to die as well.
Well, that's true.
And our kids do not want this crap.
Also true.
Yeah,
And that's another reason for the YouTube channel,
yeah,
to kind of leave a legacy.
sure.
I don't know if my kid is going to care that I had things to say,
Yeah,
but this
maybe
September,
eventually you will.
maybe
Mhm.
this September, I'm going to be 50.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking of calling the YouTube channel 50 Lessons Before 50, but
Hmm.
that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So I'm calling it The Long Way Around.
Hmm.
And it's not out yet, obviously, because I haven't recorded my first episode.
Yeah.
But that's the goal for this week. And yeah, things to say. It's kind of like dad advice. I was going to call it dad advice, but that's already taken,
Oh, okay.
and it's kind of cheesy.
Hmm.
And it's not necessarily advice; it's just
Yeah.
life lessons and things I
Yeah.
learned the hard way because I don't know how to do anything easy.
Well, no, of course not.
So
Speaking of not really learning things the easy way and doing it all the hard way, brother Robin was by yesterday.
oh yes, we had him over for dinner because he needed to pick
Yes,
up from work.
he needed to pick up from work, and he had been trying to get his laundry done for how long?
About a week,
About
or
a week.
maybe two.
Yeah.
He was wearing the same underwear for the last 3 days, and he was not a happy boy.
Very frustrated.
Yes,
So I had the idea in as we were taking him back home for him to grab his laundry and just come here for dinner, so that he could have. And he is working more, which is nice.
yes.
Yeah. So very very good that way.
Well,
And
he did just turn 40 a month ago,
yeah,
so
yeah.
trying to get
So
his life on track, maybe I don't know, but
a little late, but again, the long way around,
yeah,
doing it the difficult way.
that's yeah.
But so yeah. So we got him engaged in the kitchen.
Yes, you had him chopping up veggies,
Yeah, yeah, chopping veggies, and had him, interested. He
right?
was interested,
Yeah, he
which
actually
is
took a
good.
recipe home.
Yeah, which was great. So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, and ladies, brother Robin is single.
Mm,
If I know how to edit things and put a picture of him up here, it'll be right here. If not, there won't be. But
yeah, yeah.
anyways,
Anyways, yeah. So all in all, that was a nice evening.
yes,
Yeah,
hmm,
yeah. So having brother Robin over for dinner, and then watching a terrible movie with my son before going to bed.
that's right.
So yeah,
Good times all around.
all around.
I,
That's life in a northern town, I
yeah,
guess.
and that's what we've been doing for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely. Mhm.
So now it's time to read the end script.
Oh, okay. All right. So, all right, friends, that wraps up this episode.
Thanks for sharing your coffee break with us.
Until we meet, until we meet next time. Oh my God.
Try
Let
again.
me try that again. Until next time, sip slowly and travel often.
Keep the coffee hot and your passport ready.